Framed Fear. The Dying House. The year is 2015, 30 years since an entire Victorian family vanished into their sleep within these walls. We step through a door that feels less like an entrance and more like a threshold to somewhere wrong. Our initial measurements of this familiar house will quickly reveal the impossible truth waiting inside. But first, we must cross the porch where time seems to have stopped long before the end came. We step onto a porch that feels less like wood and more like stretched skin, where every plank seems to lengthen as we approach it. The air inside hums with a frequency only death knows how to tune, pulling us toward bedrooms whose walls are breathing inward at an impossible rate. What started as a 20-foot discrepancy in the blueprints has now swollen into a void that swallows light and sanity alike. Our instruments scream static, while our eyes see rooms expanding by inches every second we blink awake within them. There is no way out this time, because the house itself has finally decided to grow larger than reality allows. The tape measure snaps under its own weight, as we attempt to bridge the gap between where the floorboards should be and where they actually end, now stretching 20 feet beyond the crumbling exterior skin of the walls. Every step inward feels like sinking into a throat that keeps expanding, swallowing the familiar geometry until our instruments read dimensions impossible for any physical structure to hold. The static in our gear has ceased screaming entirely because there is no longer enough space left inside the house for sound or air to escape through its stretched pores. Shadows detach themselves from corners and stretch outward like grasping fingers, filling the newly created voids where reality simply refuses to exist anymore. As we press against a wall that seems miles thick rather than inches of lath and plaster, I realize with terrifying clarity that we are no longer inside a building at all. We have become trapped within something waking up from its death in 1985. One click, infinite regret. Subscribe.